Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. Thank you for joining me. This is a major arcana reading for Friday, the 20th of November, 2020. Ooh, 20, 11, 20. No, it's not a palindrome, is it? It would have been in 2002. Anyway, there we go. Or if it was the 2nd of November, we'd done that. Right, let's see what we get. Now, oh, okay, let's take that. Oh, Star in reverse. That was the key card for yesterday. Now, what I was just about to say when the Star in reverse jumped out was that it always happens when I'm talking. Moon in reverse. The reading from yesterday, where we had the Hermit in reverse and Temperance in reverse and the Star between them, it struck me afterwards that that kind of opening energy of the Hermit in reverse and Temperance in reverse is not an easy opening. You know, for the Hermit to leave the cave is quite a thing. And for the Angel of Temperance to stop doing what she's doing and step off her plinth and go and do something else, say, stop doing what she's doing, it's quite a thing. It's not an easy energy. I had the kind of image of something cracking, but there being great hope. And today the hope comes out first in the reverse. But let's see, you know, it's another day. Let's see what else we got. So far we've got the Star in reverse and the Moon in reverse. 17 and 18 in the reverse. Okay. The Chariot. Okay, perhaps getting hold of something, bringing something into line. Let's see. Or kind of getting centered on something in order to move it forward. Okay. Devil in the reverse. Right, this is getting quite interesting. Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, there might be more. Right, well, the only card in the upright sitting bang slap in the middle of the reading is the Chariot, and that's a very appropriate place for it to be. The Chariot is the mustering and controlling of conflicting forces in order that progress continue. What came up before the Chariot, and I'm really going to see this as the two sides, those two horses, those two independent and possibly opposing forces, one of which is pulling us one way, the other is pulling us another way, and we're in the middle holding the reins, holding on for dear life, perhaps, because this is quite a pokey reading here. To one side, and I don't think it's anything to do with what came out first and what came out second, to one side we have a very interesting combination of the Star in reverse and the Moon in reverse. So the Star in reverse, in conjunction with the Moon in reverse here, this is a letting go. This is a letting go of something that has been hoped for, but it's been an illusion, this thing that has been hoped for. And there's a de-investment here, a disinvestment, a withdrawing of investment from something illusory, basically, but very dearly held to. That's what I'm getting from those two cards. So that's one side. On the other side, we have, I would say, the Hierophant in reverse and Devil in reverse. We have a rewriting of the kind of the collective rule book. In the context of the departure of self-inflicted damage. Self-inflicted damage being one of the elements of the Devil card here in the reverse, and the rewriting of the collective rule book. The collective rule book, not the law, but the kind of the rules that we all live by. When those rules are broken, we go to law. Okay, but here in the Hierophant, very early on, card number 5, it's when the wisdom and the kind of the code of the spirit embodied in the High Priestess is then kind of applied outside of us on the collective. That's the Hierophant here in reverse. So something's being rewritten here, and it's being rewritten in the I think inevitable falling away. This is very palindromic, this reading. It really, really is. Because immediately to either side, we have the falling away of illusion here, and kind of second-hand knowledge, second-hand information. The clouds covering it, and so but then we can't see, and it's very dark, and then suddenly it appears again, and then it goes away again, and the tide of it washes in and a tide of it washes out. And the lobster here representing old knowledge, the lobster, an incredibly long-lived creature, like storing up all that knowledge in its shell. As it sheds the shell and grows a new one, and sheds the shell and grows a new one down at the bottom of the sea, and then woof, here it comes up to the surface, sitting upon that that mirror, and the moon kind of making the dogs crazy. It's in the reverse, so this is falling away. It's falling out. What has been held in that moon is kind of spilling. It's got too big. This, I think, is to do with it can't hold. It can't hold. This is to do with this the next full moon on the 30th. I think we're in for a ride. I really do think we're in for a ride. Yeah, because I was talking about the moon there immediately to one side of the Chariot. And then we have the Devil here. This kind of, the image I'm getting is of wounds closing, and things that were stuck in the body, like hooks and darts, just kind of exiting of their own volition somehow. They're not being pulled out, they're just exiting. There's something very paranormal I'm getting. What I'm seeing here is stuff that's been like stuck in. If you imagine a fork in a piece of meat, say, and it's something, it's like telekinesis. It's just moving of its own accord, and the holes where it was are closing up. This is very healthy, but it's a fuck of a ride we're on. So hold on tight, Chariot. Hold on tight. And the kind of the cherishedness, this palindrome is so interesting out in front of me. I wonder if it's worth, I don't want to mess up, I don't want to mess with the camera. But this cherished thing that has been held so dear in the star next to the moon, showing it to be illusory, showing it to be at one remove from the truth and dubious, but nonetheless held so dear. I've been thinking about this a lot, you know, what it is that makes people hold on to false beliefs. And I think it's just investment. It's investment in something that makes life mean something. Yeah, and no matter how often you're shown that it's, you know, there's no evidence of it, or there's evidence for the contrary of it, you just hold on, and you can always find a way round it. The fact that there's no evidence to back up what you're saying shows that the evidence has been covered up, so what you're saying is true. Or the fact that there is evidence to show that what you're saying is not true, that evidence has been fabricated, therefore what you're saying is true. And it's this real unwillingness to let go, and I'm seeing this one of these rains, this unwillingness to let go of that. Because if you let go of that kind of belief and that like internal structure for making sense of life, even, you know, if you let go of it in the face of rationality, what have you got left except to just be thrown back into the uncertainty that everybody else is living with day in, day out? Very, very, it's like deprogramming. So that's happening on one side. And as I say, on the other side, we have this rewriting of the collective agreements by which we live. Very interesting. So we're riding, only card in the upright, we are riding, it's the ride of our lives towards this full moon on the 30th. Right, let's get one more. What do I want to... I want to get more on this Hierophant in the reverse. See if I can get some context on this kind of redrawing of the rules by which we live as a group. Let's have a look. I mean, this is healthy, but it's a hell of a ride. Okay, let's see if I can get something more on that Hierophant in the reverse. Okay. You know, Wheel of Fortune. Wow, okay, so this is kind of really breaking open. It's really breaking open. And today the Wheel of Fortune being in the upright is really, because these are the only two cards that have come out in the upright, the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Usually, well, sometimes I'm not bothered whether this comes up in the upright or the reverse in terms of the card, because of course it's a wheel. Which way up is the right way up for a wheel? There is no right way up. But the fact that it and the Chariot are the only two cards in the upright today shows me that they are linked in this reading. And there's a kind of, when there are these two very strong opposing wills involved, and that essentially, you know, each of these horses have a will of their own, and one of them wants to go one way and the other one wants to go the other way. And this is testing our mettle, whatever this is. This is an invitation to really show our grit, our courage, our determination, and our self-control. Somewhere, the card that's not on the table here today is the Strength card. Because in a sense, this could go either way. Wheel of Fortune. Let's get one more. I'm going to take another shuffle. Okay. Okay, Judgment in the reverse. Right, I'm not going to keep shuffling until I get the Strength card. We'll be here all night. Wow. Okay, I just need to take a sec. Okay, whatever we're moving towards here, while it might be, and clearly there's an appetite for a rewriting of the rule book, the collective rule book. Ultimately, it's not a matter of making a new book, okay? We're not rewriting the rule book here in the Hierophant in the reverse to the point where we are completely throwing away the existing book and like pulping it and doing a Fahrenheit 451 and burning it and writing. No, because we have Judgment in the reverse here. Judgment in the reverse is the acceptance that what has happened, and the kind of, I would say, peaceful digestion of it, and without needing to sort of sound the clarion call of the Angel of Judgment and hike it all up again for reassessment. So there's a huge change, there's progress, there's movement towards the full moon on the 30th. There's, I think some of it's going to go this way and some of it's going to go this way, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here in the upright. All the other cards are in the reverse. However, this is in the center of this palindrome, and yeah, I repeat, there's an invitation here to really, really, really dig deep. Dig deep into that of which you are capable in terms of holding on. Whoa. Okay. Right. Sorry, I just got a strange message. It's just something to do with virus control or something. Needed to click it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon for another reading. Namaste.